How's it going, YouTube? We're back, and this man will not get off my channel. He's back at it again with something stupid. What is it, Harry?
This is Jogress. The best Jogress deck that never was. In BT8's Japanese format, there was a lot of Imperial, and a lot of Mustamon, and a couple Shakumon piles. And then lurking in the background was this stupid idea that me and Marcia found called Jogress. We latched onto it, we never let it go, and this is a copium version built for the current format.
Alright.
Let's begin, shall we? Let me move this dog further into the back, and then let's start from the bottom. Did you know the memory Tama are broken? There's like 4 of them in the game, and they're all broken. Like, every memory Tama is playable in some capacity. They're all broken.
Right.
They're so restrictive what gets to be a memory Tama. So we play the one that we can play because it's broken. BT1 jump scare. So you're playing things to get to Garurumons, and so you're playing Gabumon X, and then instead of playing BT5 Gabumon, because so much of this is non-tribal and a nightmare, I'll just take the draw, because at least that can never truly disappoint me like BT5 Gabumon sending Shakumon to hell can. And then this gets you multiple level 3s and sources, triggers Cool Boy, spoiler warning Cool Boy. I don't know, it's the next Edgy-Body rookie. Finds Garurumon, finds Omnimon. It's a good card. There's also one more level 3 in here, which is always the funny one. So the end of turn Jogress does sometimes matter because Shakumon is a bastard and controls every game like to a halt if he hits the board versus an aggressive strategy. But also, there are enough things for this to hit in this deck. There's some number of Davises, some number of Ankylos, some number of Shakuos, and Vmon hits Vmon. He's one of the privileged, so he's okay. It was either that or we just play the Patamon, but this is just the Patamon, but sometimes you get a non-play search, so you take it. That's it for the rookies. Now for the 4s. Behold, the titular dog of Jogress. Yeah, this is a BT1 card. He, on play, unsuspends a Digimon. But his name is Garurumon, and Digimon stacks were not meant to have more than one level 4 in them back in the old era of BT1. So this card doesn't work the way it used to. Anyways, to go with it, multiple level 4s in the same stack, protection when you swing with your 11k BT1 boss monster and hope to god that doesn't hit one of the 12 new level 7s in the game, or the bigger level 6s, triggers Cool Boy. Melga was a good deck, you don't need to know what these cards do. You know what Garurumon X does, it kills people. Even here, it does it kind of backwards. Anyways, this is how you tell someone that you're not actually just playing Garurumon X. You show them 4 of these and they get very confused. All of these cards are really good, like the Jogress assist cards. Stingmon, Ankylomon, and Kilomon.
Kilomon's busted.
But Kilomon is very good. They just didn't let Gatomon work with it, so there was no yellow thing to put with a Kilomon, so Sylphie was too hard to enable. But it's still a good card. You also play this as the other extra target to have more yellow sources. This is obviously the best one. Non-once per turn shrink, really relevant when you're restanding your dog with the dog. So you can shrink shit down, clear boards, and then, I don't know, spitting. Another fun ruling about how BT1 MetalGarurumon works is for some reason this card doesn't say blue Digimon. It just says Digimon, like level 4 or lower Digimon from sources, so it can play non-blue, so that's where the shenanigans start. Anyways, what's a jank deck held together by, if not, 4 copies of Chimera and 4 copies of Shaka? These are like super glue for bad deck building. This thing is broken, and this thing is sometimes this thing by picking it up from trash. Also, this can be 2 dogs, whereas this needs a non-dog. I don't know, what do you want me to say? It's these 2. Non-once per turn on this shrink inherit as well. Restand your dog, shrinks them to 0, it's funny. Anyways, the actual dog itself. BT1 MetalGarurumon. When attacking, you can play 1 level 4 or lower Digimon from this Digimon's Digivolution cards. On plays are preserved, so the intended target back in the dinosaur era was to play this guy, restand your MetalGarurumon, swing it, and then play the draw Goblimon from BT1. Now you have 3 bodies, and you drew a card. We're playing lots of level 4s and Jogressing them because all Jogress Digimon inherently have Blitz, and I don't understand, or not Blitz, Rush, and I don't understand why. Yeah, I don't know. This is a BT1 card. You hope to god it doesn't die in Security because it's only 11, or that they have a big enough blocker because it's only 11, or that you don't hit an option because it has no protection, or add infinite number of lose conditions. Not good. Funny. Anyways, here's a good card. It makes damage. It's a blocker. Sometimes you need to not die. Speaking of things that are in here, not because they're good, because they're funny and sometimes help, I didn't know which Omnimon to play.
So you just picked all of them?
I just picked all of them. I like Omnimon. He's a cool guy.
He is a cool guy.
Extra damage, deals with problems in security and problems on board. Deals with problems on board and problems in trash. Also spits your dog back out in case you didn't get to Jogress. Funny. Also, all of them are searchable. And also, Omnimon's cool. There's not much more thought than that. Anyways, jank bad decks are held together by super glue. Here's the super glue of choice. It finds most everything, except it will always send KnTElixar into Chimeramon to hell. And there's nothing you can do about it, but it will always happen to you. Speaking of super glue, why does it cost 2? Why does this card cost 2? I don't know. When you the fun thing you get to do in this deck is when you spit out a Garurumon or a Gabumon from your Jogress stack, you can evolve the X antibody on top of it, and then you get to use them as extenders as well. And also puts multiple of the same level in stacks again, so it's just a good card. Anyways, this also sends KnTElixar and Chimeramon to hell, but now with the added benefit of also sending Shakumon to hell. Fun. Anyways, this one doesn't send all of them to hell, still just KnTElixar and Chimera. But, it does the job. No defensive options. Defensive options are for cowards. It's all gas.
Fair. All right, run us through, like, the nonsense real quick.
You're gonna need to give me a cut here. I don't know how to build this from memory. So, all you need to do is assemble things that Melga would kill you into the sun with, and a very specific set of cards in hand where you need something to activate your Cool Boy, preferably Garuru X, thing to Jogress with, and Kylo's the best, and then these two can just be whichever of your Jogress targets you want, doesn't really matter. Shaku's obviously the best one, but like, Chimera's Chimera. And then however many dogs you wish to loop, and then a lot of memory. Just a fuckload of memory. So you start, you promote, you go for 0 into your Garurumon X, crank the funny card sideways, you gain your 2 memory. Now you can go 3 for KnTElixar. That turns into either of your Jogresses with this for 0, because this shit doesn't cost memory for some reason. Boost goes, we're up 2, and now we begin looping dogs. Down 3, am I still short? No shot, whatever. Swing, restand, deploy a guy, triggers Bukamon, you gain a memory, and then from here, you get Garurumon restands Melga, you swing Melga again, you now get to play the other 4, you can Jogress again, this time for whichever thing you need, again, Chimera here is what we've got, and then any amount of extra extension turns into another Garurumon, so assuming you have a Spark here or something, you can now keep turn, swing, deploy Garurumon, restand again, or alternatively and funny, you can restand this stack to pull the Garuru X out from here if you need to, all sorts of shenanigans, but in this case, stick to restanding the main stack, swing it again, play another KnTElixar, and then from here we've done 4 damage, so I think now if you just have another Jogress, this is slap that on top, and then an Omni for game. It needs a lot to pop off, but like, it looks cool doing it.
Yeah, and like any mem based out of security is...
Yeah, you play 4, and you hope that they show up and do the thing. There's a lot of lines you can do. Flexible deck, but like, I don't know, the Jogress deck that never was.
True. However, what was your record last time you played it?
Undefeated. So it turns out if people don't know what you're doing because you don't know what you're doing, you just get time to do nothing. And if you're doing nothing but playing boosts and cool boys, eventually, I don't know. Also, Tamer refreshing when you Jogress with them is like the forbidden jutsu of this deck, where sometimes if you can start your combo with just like a stray Vmon on board that has this underneath it, you can Jogress, swing something, trigger it, and then Jogress with the Bukamon and trigger it a second time. And it just, I don't know, there's so many rules of Jogress make no sense compared to any other parts of this game. But they are the way they are. This mechanic's weird.
True.
If only there was an article somewhere you could read about how it works.
Yeah, boy!